How the heck are you guys? I'm Fastidious. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to a World in Watcher of Realms post-May update. The update happened last night, and I'm going to get right into it. I don't like it at all. I apologize for calling it promising last week. I was very optimistic. Clearly, I should not have been. I've got a list here I'm going to get right into of 6 grievances, 6 big problems that honestly, the update, it's just negative things that arrived with the update. I'm going to share my thoughts. I'm going to try not to get too emotional, not to rant. I would really love it if you guys share your thoughts in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
First off, Nisalt. So they fixed Nisalt, the bug with him, or the feature as I like to call it. I'm kind of fine with it. It was extremely strong. I do think they made the wrong decision. If I was them, I would have leaned into it and made it part of his kit, added something in his skills, or added a tooltip. They could have nerfed its potency, but still folded it into his kit. I thought it would be really nice. Whatever, they made their decision. That part I'm okay with. However, they just like shadow nerfed it. They didn't announce it anywhere. It was not in the patch notes. I've been through it a bunch. There was no announcement on Discord. There was just nothing. And communication continues to be a huge problem. My Nisalt video has 15,000 views or 14,000 views. People liked this thing. It helped people. A lot of people said nerf incoming, and that's fine. They hotfixed it, whatever. Communicate that. Say something like, hey guys, we know Nisalt recently there was an exploit or a feature discovered in which he could boost physical damage. This is not how the character was intended to work. We have to fix that. Our apologies, or sorry, or not even use the word sorry. Maybe they don't like saying sorry. We want to communicate that we have to fix that bug. Thank you. But just doing it overnight, a bunch of people wake up, click their auto guild boss run, and then they don't hit the chest they thought they were going to do. And then they go back trying to figure out why, and I get 100 DMs. It's not a good situation, all right? Moonton, you have to communicate better. This is just straight up a negative. You took a positive thing that could have been handled with some grace, and you just made it a messy shadow nerf weirdness. All right, next thing. I told you I was going to keep this moving, and that is going to be Arena. Oh my god. Well, here's the... This is coming up next. My god, this is disgusting, man. Guaranteed stats on Ancient Gear. Let's circle back to that. I do want to go in order. So, Arena. There is an enormous problem here that was extensively reported on last week by 400 people. I even directly sent a video made by Sebastian Keynes to our dev contact, and she confirmed that they had it and were reviewing it. The problem is you now take, once you're in the higher levels Arena, 10 points for a loss, and you only get 12 points for a win. What is the outcome of this? Well, on Forerunner last week, only 30 people made it to Overlord. And that is not Apex Overlord, that is Overlord. Only 30 people had more than 1,950 points. The reason for that is twofold, right? You're taking a much bigger loss in points and ranking when you lose, whether when you're attacking or defending, and you can no longer strategically target people. And why did all this happen? Well, this was to prevent arena boosting. So you can see if you go to the leaderboards, so these guys couldn't target their guildmates and push each other up. This was a problem that we had or people had complained about, so they decided they were going to do this. We were going to get a bigger deduction in points, and they were going to hide everyone's name and battle power. So you can see here, thank you to Hologrammer who shared this with me. I'm not in Overlord right now. I haven't done a single fight since reset. I just woke up. But you can see he's made it to Overlord, and you can see all these question marks here above Silas and Hotsit, or Silas and Arrogance on top. You don't know what the BP is, and we can't see what the team is. However, even though it says unknown opponent, we can see what the guild is. So what the heck? They're stopping arena boosting. Now we can't know our opponents, but you can know your opponent. You can, if you know the guild, and the top guys will, they find out the guild, and they know who are their friends. They know what the country flag is. I could even see a meta where you know, let me go back to my actual game. You can change your country so people know if they're in the same guild. Let's say take Screamer here. He's had a top 1 placement before. You can see he's in Mad. That will still show up, but then his name will be hidden, but there's still a Polish flag. So he could just pick a Zimbabwe flag or something really specific, or just they could just have in Mad, the 30 members could all have 30 different flags, and then they know who everyone is. You can make a little key. You make a Google sheet. If you want to boost, you can boost, baby. So what is the fallout of this arena change? Well, do the math. In Forerunner last week, only 30 people made it to Overlord. Again, not Apex Overlord, Overlord. The previous week, people calculated was 600. So it was 5% of what it was the previous week, down 95%. That is lunacy. So let's do some math. We have about 3,000 people that finish an Overlord on global server. 5% of that means only 150 people on global server, at least based upon what happened on Forerunner, will be making Overlord. And again, I'm sorry to beat a dead horse, not Apex Overlord, just Overlord. This is going to be a huge problem. This is a problem many creators have talked about. Destined had a video that came out today. I submitted Sebastian's video last week. They have seen it. Nothing has changed. Hopefully, we make a lot of noise in the comment section here, on Destin's video, wherever you want, in Discord, and let them know we're not happy with this. I do not know why they're adding strictly negative changes. I do not know why they have forerun these changes on our Forerunner server, and then they don't change anything. Now, the third grievance, Falsia. If you guys have checked the event calendar, you know we are getting, and this is not a joke, we are getting a guaranteed hero banner this Friday. This Friday, in 3 days, on April 26th. You might be thinking, what the heck? Aren't these supposed to be like every 2 months? Yeah. Captain Reeve was literally 4 weeks ago. Captain Reeve ran from March 29th to April 1st. Now this is arriving 25 days later, after the Captain Reeve banner has ended. That is not cool. You might be saying, Fastidious, they don't have to be every 2 months. No, but a precedent had been set over 8+ months of playing this game since it launched in global for all players. We have this information, and now it's been completely undermined. A guaranteed banner can come whenever they want now. People cannot save, they cannot strategize, they cannot be thoughtful. I believe personally this is a very negative thing. You set precedents, you set expectations, and then you instantaneously undermine them. I don't think this is a good thing. I think people are very upset. I know people are very upset because they have told me explicitly. You know, is it the end of the world? Maybe not, but now people are going to be really anxious with their saving. I know a lot of people feel like they're throwing too many banners at us and they're creating a lot of FOMO. I believe that's kind of a person-to-person problem. However, when it comes to the guaranteed banner, the one thing like free-to-play players and low spenders can control, and that is the guaranteed banner, and that it kind of comes like clockwork every 2 months, with that kind of out the window, it's gonna upset people. For better or worse, it's absolutely gonna upset people, and I really think they should have given more thought to this. At the very least, I believe Moonton needs to get into the habit of giving people more notice, because people just consistently wake up on Tuesday and feel blindsided. It's not good for the community, and it feels very aggressive in the monetization. More on that later when we get to that frickin' ancient gear, and that's the one thing I might get worked up about, because I just think it's kind of lunacy. On the topic of Falsia, though, we have the Crawling Dark event, and it is coming, and it is confirmed to be coming. It popped up in the notice. This is a direct rerun of the event that we had in Halloween. I want to quickly apologize. Destin and I talked about the Crawling Dark event, and we mentioned that that might be linked to the Queen of Roses we talked about yesterday. Completely unrelated. I realized it after. Crawling Dark very much is Falsia. I even went back and watched my old videos. So what is the negative here? Well, the Captain Reeve event we just had 4 weeks ago, the Treasures in the Deep, was a complete rerun of the Captain Reeve event we had back in the end of August or beginning of September. What was the difference? Well, the stages in the old Reeve event are too easy for many players that have been playing for a while now. So previously, the hard stages, the daily challenge mode stages, went up to 6. For the new Reeve event, it went up to 8. And it was so much more fun. It was like proper endgame content. I was talking to Destined about this just the other day. It was really fun to engage with and challenge yourself, and for content creators to make content on, and people liked it. And it was hard. Well, what are they doing here? It's a direct rerun. I went back and watched my stuff again. You can see where is the specifics. You're going to have your story mode up to 6, and then you're going to have 4 challenge stages. You can see. And that's it. And that's exactly what it was last time. There's no extra stages, no nothing. I guess there could be tweaks that we'll see go live, but they didn't add any new stages. It's a straight up rerun. There's nothing interesting about this. It came way too early. It's a rerun. Again, these are my opinions. I just think it's lazy content, it's boring content, and it's only going to make the player base upset. People that missed Falsia the first time around because they weren't playing or didn't go for her and wanted her now, they thought they had more time. They were wrong. Or at least many people I talked to certainly thought they had more time. All right, let's get into the shop thing, and I won't get too worked up. I'm going to try. So they are just selling. I don't even know how to find stuff in the shop. Where is it? They're just selling. What the heck? Here we go. I really can't find stuff in the shop. They're just selling ancient gear with guaranteed main stats. And this is the most P2W BS ever, right? Like, this is such hyper monetization. What is a gacha game at its core? It is hero collection, but it's hero building. The hero building is grinding, grinding, grinding. It kind of is the great equalizer. You know, of course, pay-to-win players can get a lot more stamina and these stamina cards and energy or whatever it is in whatever game you're playing, but this is kind of like we have to have some RNG and we have to grind our butts off and hope to get good gear. No longer. Just get HP bonus main stat on a Guardian set and then defense bonus over here. Guaranteed. No problema. It is what it is, right? It's just kind of silly. I mean, here we go. Attack bonus, attack speed, and crit damage. Are they the best pieces in the world? No, not necessarily. You can see it's coming with some Ascension materials. You could turn these bad boys, obviously, into Soulbound Arcana. It's just, you know, you buy out the pack whenever it shows up. I know it resets. You can buy it a few times. It's just... I think it's really crazy. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is such aggressive monetization when the game, quite frankly, guys, and the game's on, it's not going so great right now. Like, I see the subscriber numbers, I see the viewer numbers, and I check the Google Trends stuff. You know, it's not going so bad, but like things are trending not up. Let's put it that way. And to do something like this, it doesn't seem good. It doesn't seem good, and they really need to think hard about this kind of stuff. I really think so. Finally, and shout out to Alarl for sharing this with me. If we go to Void Rift over here, you can see from Nightmare, you can now get a legendary skill crystal. Also, okay, you can also get it from Heart. That's pretty cool. So why is this a bad thing? Well, it's just a shady thing. They added something without giving it to us. And not that they should give it to something, but it's added here in picture, but not in reality. So I'm about to speak about a very small sample size, so statisticians, don't get too upset with me. But Alarl and his guild, 6 people did Void Rift Nightmare yesterday before reset. 24 people did it today, and literally 24 did it. The rest of the guild finished it today after reset. How many do you think got the legendary skill crystal? I'll wait. I won't wait. 0 for 24. Could it be a very unlucky, very small sample size? Maybe. But even if they were really unlucky and the chance isn't actually like 1 in 30 and they all missed, all 24 of them, and it's only 1 in 10, let's say. If it's 1 in 10, that means over a very large sample, on average, every person will get one of these legendary skill crystals every 10 weeks, nearly 2.5 months. And at that point, they didn't give us anything. I mean, it's like a gift box with the wrapping paper over it and a box, and you open it up, and it's an empty box. This is nothing. And doing stuff like this is only going to make players upset. No one was saying, I mean, maybe there were some people, but I don't remember anyone explicitly saying, you need to add a legendary skill crystal to the Nightmare Void Rift and Heart of Void Rift drops. But they chose to do it, but now people are going to see it there as a reward, they're not going to get it, and they're going to be upset. This is something that I really think needs to be considered by the developer team. I try really hard, especially lately, to be positive about the game. I really want the game to succeed, guys. But oh my god, with these 6 things, I am super not impressed, man. This thumbnail will definitely just say yikes. This is a huge yikesy update for me, man. Again, I apologize for calling it promising. There are some cool things. We can auto sell our epics. Volca got a big buff. I'll definitely be covering her, so look forward to that. But all in all, I mean, I'm not impressed. Let me know, please let me know what you think in the comments. I want to have a discussion. I want more community input. I will say a lot of this, as you can see, was provided from people on my Discord. I put out a call. I was like, these are 4 things I think are trash. Do you have more trash? And a lot of people came at me with things they thought were trash. Do you think this is trash? Do you think this is yikes? Is this just Fasty being a whiny little baby or whatever you people, you know who you are, like to say about me? Let me know. I don't know. I don't think this is good. Thank you for watching. I'll see you real soon. Subscribe, comment, definitely comment. I want to hear what you think. Give it a thumbs up, only if you like it. I'll see you real soon. Share it with your mother.
Fastidious.